Right. At this time, we are joined by running back Kenneth Walker. As you all know, he joined the program from Wake Forest in January. Wanted you to have a chance to ask some questions, get to know him a little bit. An introduction of sorts. Unfortunately, we have to do it virtually, but hopefully you'll get to meet him in person soon. So we'll take questions in the chat for a few minutes here, and we'll get started soon. And we'll start with Matt Wenzel with MLive.
Hey, Kenneth, just wondering if you could walk us through the decision when you decided to transfer from Wake Forest. What brought you to Michigan State?
So as I was in the portal, I got a chance to talk to Coach P and Coach Tuck a lot. And they showed me everything, like sent me pictures of the campus. You know, we couldn't join campus and everything with COVID, but I got to see the campus and everything. I really liked, they showed me the offense. I felt like I was a good fit in the offense, and being able to get that bond with them, it was pretty good. And that was my big decision.
What was kind of your impression from afar from Michigan State? I know you played against them in New York a few years back, but just kind of your impression of the program. Granted, the coaching staff is almost completely different than it was when you saw them on the field as an opponent.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. The impression, like when I got here, or
just kind of your impression of the program from afar. I mean, you played against them once, but you know the coaching staff changed since then.
Right. Oh yeah. So before I arrived, I didn't know much about Michigan State at the time, but like as I got to campus, I love it. I love everything about it. The culture. I think that's a big thing here. It's a great culture, and that's probably my biggest interest. I love that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Our next question will go to Stephen Brooks with 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Kenneth, nice to meet you here. Appreciate you taking the time. I just wanted to ask you, for people that have never seen you play, what type of back are you? What are Michigan State fans going to see this fall when they see you play? And just how do you see yourself fitting in with the running backs that are already here and what that rotation could look like possibly, you know?
Right. So for the last question, the running backs, I think it's great. All of us, Connor, Jordan, Donovan, Eli, I think we got a pretty good set of backs. I mean, we compete at practice, but we also push each other to do our best, you know. I make a mistake, they critique me, and vice versa to make sure we get better. As far as me personally, I believe I'm an explosive back. I think my best thing is explosiveness, being able to go in and out of my cuts, and my vision.
And then I know you talked a little bit about finding Michigan State once you went in the portal. What about going into the portal? I mean, why did you just think you wanted to change from Wake Forest?
I felt like I didn't fit as well in the offense. That was pretty much a big part of my decision. The offense, I felt like I wasn't a big fit there. So,
what type of things did you see in Michigan State's then that you liked?
It's more like a pro style, you know. Even now, we are able to watch film on like the league, and like everything we do now, I can see like watch film on the league, and like they're doing exactly the same. So that's pretty interesting to me.
Okay, thank you, man.
No problem.
Our next question will go to Rainer Saban with the Detroit Free Press.
Hi, how's it going? The running game obviously struggled quite a bit last year for Michigan State. When the coaching staff is recruiting you, did they sell you on the fact that you could be possibly a difference maker?
Yes, sir. Yeah. They believe that can make an impact on the team, and that was pretty much a big deal.
Could you elaborate on that? Like, what aspects were they kind of most intrigued about you that they thought that you could bring to the table for Michigan State?
Pretty much how I explained earlier about me personally. My explosiveness, vision, talk about my skill set, being able to catch out the backfield. I know we didn't do that much at Wake, but
yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
Our next question will go to Audrey Dahlgren with WLNS.
Hi, Kenneth. Welcome to East Lansing. Not new, but welcome to East Lansing.
Right.
Going back off of the vision aspect, I could see maybe Mel Tucker or some of the coaches, maybe their like eyes lighting up or their ears liking you, like saying that vision and explosiveness. So can you let us in on some of those conversations of maybe what they had to say about that you as a running back when you described that to them? Or
I'm sorry, what did you say? What was the last part?
can you describe, I guess, in terms of just your vision and explosiveness, how maybe Tucker and the rest of the staff perceive that if you described yourself as that way to them? Because I could see Mel, kind of maybe liking that you have a vision, because he's a pretty visionary guy.
Right. As in, they will show me some film. We go over film and we'll see like holes, like I guess that was missed in the game or whatever like that, and like they felt like I could like make plays, like I could do something different than other backs.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
We have time for a couple more. We'll go back to Matt Wenzel with M Live.
Hey, Kenneth, I was wondering, were you able to, I know obviously the recruiting dead period, but were you able to get a look at campus, or did you see Michigan State for the first time when you arrived in January to enroll?
It was actually my first time when I arrived. COVID kind of messed everything up with being able to come on campus and do visits. But yeah, it was my first time. It was pretty different with all the snow and stuff. I'm not really used to it, but yeah.
What's it like making, a life-changing decision without being able, you're going to go move somewhere for probably multiple years likely. What's it like doing that without even being able to visit, and you just show up in the middle of winter?
I felt pretty confident, that's how they made me feel real confident when I talked to him on the phone and everything. I got to see little bits and pieces, but like I felt pretty comfortable being able to make that decision without even coming to campus physically, being able to see it.
You talked about your explosiveness. I think it was 13 touchdowns you had last season.
Yes, sir, 13.
17 the last 2 years. But for Michigan State, they had 0 touchdowns from their running backs last year. Now, how much do you think you bring something to the table that they were lacking, kind of in that sense, the ability to get to the end zone?
What was the last part? I'm sorry.
How much do you think you bring something to the table and the ability to get to the end zone, which wasn't the case for them last year?
Oh, I think I bring pretty quite a bit. I think I bring a lot. Yeah, I think I bring a lot.
Thanks, Ken.
No problem.
Our final question will go to Stephen Brooks, 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Kenneth, I wanted to ask you, your goals for this season, your goals for coming here to Michigan State.
Well, me personally, I want to be able to make an impact and contribute to the team, being able to get to know the guys, we've created a bond. I know we've been working hard on the off season. A big goal of mine and pretty much everybody else on the team, we want to get a conference championship and go all the way.
And then I asked Drew this too, because I'm curious about you guys as transfers. Coach Tucker has talked a lot about still setting his culture, obviously only in year 2, and the first year was disrupted by quite a few things, As a guy who's older coming into that program where he's trying to change things, as a guy who's been a part of another culture, just how do you sort of view your role of helping him get what he wants on the ground here when it's all still very new, if that makes sense?
Right. A big thing, I believe, just being accountable. That's a big word we use here, being accountable, being able to be trustworthy, and able to trust each other as a team and be able to have the coaches trust me with everything. That's on and off the field, Be able to do the right thing, but yeah, that's probably it.
All right. Thank you, man.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, that's all the questions we have. Kenneth, we really appreciate your time. Looking forward to seeing you on the field soon, and have a good rest of spring practice.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me.